Oh my, it is a bright one today. It is currently the afternoon here in Minot, North Dakota. We're actually in winter, but it does not look like it. Luckily, I'm not complaining that it's warm outside. Today we have a special little car. This client is actually a previous client. He had a different Corvette, but he just got a new one, so we're gonna be doing a paint correction and ceramic coating on this one. Just look at this beauty. This thing looks so phenomenal. It does have scratches and swirls, which we will be addressing. The wheels look absolutely wonderful. It's a little dirty, gotta admit. You know, it has a little bit of dust all over the paint. Funny little story, this vehicle was bought by the customer from a dealership. You know, and dealerships are not detailers by any means. They try to do their best, but they tried to coat it and polish it for him, but by the time he got it, it had scratches and swirls. So we are going to be addressing that, fixing the mistakes, and making it look a lot better. After all, it is a Corvette. We want to make it look the best it can because this client loves his car. When he had the other Corvette, he had us do a 3-year coating and a 2-step paint correction. This one is only needing a 1-step paint correction. Hopefully that's all it needs. But yeah, so let's get started into this thing, and we're gonna obviously start with the wheels, do our typical foam down, wash it. Because the dealership already tried to polish it, it's probably not gonna need that much claying. We might still do an iron decontamination, because again, we don't just do things to do things, we do what the car needs. Obviously, we'll inspect the paint when we get inside, but I mean, you can already see them in the sunlight when I am just zooming in the area here. There's definitely swirling and scratching all over the paint. But yeah, that's exactly what we're going to be addressing. We'll take a better look once we get the whole decontamination wash done and we bring it inside with the lights. Now, it's pretty much close to the end of November, about mid-November, I guess. Christmas time is just around the corner. So, the soap of choice for today, it's Coach Chemi's Gentle Snow Foam, but the Christmas edition. It has a pH of 8, so it's pretty much pH balanced, and it has like this Christmas smell. Oh my gosh, I could smell this all day. Like, it smells like a hint of gingerbread. It smells like Christmas. It's like a hint of peppermint, a little bit of cinnamon I'm kind of getting, and a little bit of pine cone. Like, I can't put my finger on it, but it smells like what you would think Christmas would smell like if it had a smell. So we're gonna put this in our black line foam cannon, go foam up the car, give it a hand wash, and continue the process. The GFX into the bucket. Okay, the car is rinsed down. It's pretty much almost done with the whole washing process. What I'm gonna go ahead and do off camera is quickly put on some iron decon and do a very, very light clay bar with the clay mitt. That way we can for sure say it's fully clean. And then I'll put a head inside and we'll take a look at the paint and see what it looks like under the lights. Okay, we have the vehicle done. It's right behind us, as you can see here. The next step will be to inspect the paint and see what we're exactly dealing with. A little bit of that imperfection was hidden by some of that loose dirt and debris that was on top of the car, so now we'll fully see exactly what's under. On the hood of the vehicle, we can definitely see that swirling motion right there. This is actually a decently amount all over the car. Even right here, as you can see, we do have some swirls to go ahead. The trunk of the car is also swirled right here, as you can see as I'm zooming in. We will be addressing these imperfections along with the back wing. That's also swirled and scratched up. So this is exactly why the customer brought it in, and we want to take care of the customer, make sure we have realistic expectations. Obviously he knows it's just a one step, and we'll be getting this perfectly polished out. Well, not perfectly, but close to. So what exactly will we be using for this vehicle in terms of compounds, polishes, pads, etc.? Well, today we're not going to be using the Rupes, we're going to be using the Milwaukee because it's wireless, and I'm really liking the fact that a wireless polisher has less cords, of course. Rupes is coming out with a new wireless polisher, so I will definitely be getting that because I am a big sucker for Rupes. In terms of polishes, we're going to be in terms of polishes or compounds, we're going to be actually using a cutting compound, Coach Chemi H902. Yes, a compound for our one step. This stuff finishes down really, really well. And then for the pad, of course, solid and it's pretty hard. A microfiber is your best friend pretty much for one step. So you can actually one step with a wool as well. But in this case, we're going to be using this combination. It was actually given to me by WK Auto Detailing. I'm pretty sure he has a YouTube. And yeah, it works really well. If you have super hard clear coats, a compound and a microfiber can actually do you very well. So obviously this is the unpolished side. This is what we started out with. You saw me polishing over here on the hood. That also had some nasty swirls, but this is the before. This is what we're trying to improve upon. Now this is a big improvement from something like this, where we see scratches, swirls all over. Like right here, that's pretty bad. But going from this to something like this is a big deal for a one step. I mean, this is near perfection. Is it perfect? No. I mean, if I really want to look, I mean, like there's a scratch right there, but that's not what we're going for. We're not going for perfection. We're going for a big improvement. And the whole thing about a one step is to go from something like this, where we see a lot of swirls and scratches, to something like this, where it's 70 to 80% better, and that's exactly what we achieved. So the customer for sure will be satisfied with this. This is a big difference. What I'm essentially doing right now, because I've found that this can be even improved finishing wise, I am having to do about 2 drops of Coach Chemi H902, and then or 2 or 3, you know, they're pretty small pea-sized drops. I will go ahead and put like a drop of this stuff if it focuses in. This stuff is really good. It finishes down really well and has a long working time. So it just adds a little bit more. We call it half stepping. Some people call it, I honestly don't even know. I know I call it half stepping. I've mentioned that to other people. They call it something else, I'm pretty sure. So, I mean, I don't know what other people call it, but I call it half stepping, where you just add a little bit of polish onto your compound to manipulate it a little bit. Just finished up polishing. Look at the reflection. Just look how good that blue looks. And we were able to remove about 75 to 85% of the swirls and scratches and give this awesome level of gloss. And it's not even coated yet. You can see when I zoom into the sunlight, it looks phenomenal. Not many swirls, not many scratches. And yeah, like I always say, if I really, really want to, like I can find marks. I can probably find a scratch here or there. But again, this is a one step. Our goal is to make it better. This is something that, you know, the customer wanted. He already knew the car was pretty decent in shape, had a few minor things here and there, but this is not something to complain about. This is perfect, essentially. So we have come to the final stages. What we're gonna go ahead and do is do an IPA wipe down and use Crystal Serum Light, if it zooms in there. Crystal Serum Light. It's gonna be a 3-year coating. It can last even more according to the manufacturer if you can take care of it well enough. But we quote it as a 3-year. What we're gonna do is, like I said, quick IPA wipe down to make sure there's no oils or residues from polishes. The wheels are gonna get a wheel coating. Obviously this one's almost gone, so I'm gonna have to probably crack open a new one. So let's get into it. If you've made it to this part of the video, I really do appreciate it. Thank you for tuning in. As far as results, this Corvette turned out amazing. At the very end, I show 2 video clips of what it looks like outside. Unfortunately though, the majority of the footage from the end got erased, so that's all I have at the end. I really do appreciate you tuning in. Until next time, this is Mickey from Mirror Finish Auto Detailing signing out.